Hi guys, it's Lisa, and I'm here with another video. Finally, it's been a little bit over 2 weeks, right before Christmas, and oh my God, I'm outside. Okay, I know that some of you in the Midwest and in the East are suffering greatly, and I'm so sorry. I really am. I know what you're going through. I feel your pain. I lived in upstate New York for 30 years. I did my time, so I know about winters, I know about wind chill, I know about snow and ice and cars not starting, and anyway, so I do feel you. But I'm here in New Mexico, and it's 50s, and I'm outside, and I'm recording outside today, which is so awesome. Don't get me wrong, we had some pretty cold weather here. During the Christmas week, we were in the teens. I'm in a camper, and we had some freezing hoses, which was not fun. So we had a couple of hairy mornings where we had no water and had to switch hoses and use hair dryers, and it was not fun. But the weather has finally taken a change for the better, for now at least, so I'm very happy. But again, I do feel you guys out there. Sorry. Okay, so I should introduce myself, just in case you are new, for any new subscribers. I'm Lisa, but I'm YarnYenta1 here on YouTube, as well as on Instagram, and I'm YarnYenta1 on Ravelry. I want to say hi and welcome back to all my subbies who are coming back, and all the new subbies I've got, because I actually got quite a few more subbies, and so hi out there. I'm so glad you found me and want to watch me and enjoy. Please, comment down below. I love to have some interactions. It's really fun getting to know people. And I don't know if you can see the beautiful background. That's the Sandia Mountains back there, and it's gorgeous. This is our lovely campgrounds that we're staying in. I'll quickly say, for those of you who are new, we are full-time RVers. We started in June. Just decided we needed a change from where we were in New York. Packed, downsized. Our house is still out for sale, but we packed up and moved into a trailer, an RV camper. My son is with us, and we started in South Dakota. We're now in New Mexico for the winter. Not sure where we're going next. Probably hoping Pacific Northwest. We're looking right now into some places for the spring and summer. So we're trying to live. This has been a dream of ours for a really long time, and so that's what we've been doing. So what's been happening? Well, of course, as you know, it was Christmas, and my daughter is in San Diego now, but she came to visit us for the week. So we picked her up the Tuesday before Christmas from the airport. Oh, it was just wonderful. I hadn't seen her since the beginning of October, so it was awesome. Christmas Eve, we have spent with my husband's family. That's actually my best friend from college. That's how we met. They're cousins. Now we're cousins by marriage, but she's also like one of my oldest and dearest friends. And we had Christmas at their house. They have a beautiful home, and her sister, also my husband's cousin obviously, and daughter came in Christmas Day. Christmas Eve we spent going to Old Town Albuquerque, and they have a tradition there because we're in the Southwest, and there's the I think it's probably the luminarias, which are the little paper bags with the candles in them, and they decorate the whole Old Town area, the stores, the streets. There's a square with trees. It was just amazing. It was beautiful. I did take some pictures. I think I posted them on Instagram. It was just beautiful. It was cold. It was cold. I actually got to wear like mitts and scarves and a coat, which I don't know, when we packed to move, I wasn't sure I was going to need all that. Glad I saved some of that stuff, especially the hand knit stuff. It is fun to be able to wear that, and I don't mind actually the cold, because I like to wear my hand knit stuff, and I do get an opportunity then. So that was Christmas Eve, and it was really fun. Christmas Day was family time, which was wonderful. As I said, my cousins came in with her daughter from Vermont. We were all together for the first time in like 5 or 6 years. There's 2 generations, all different ages. My son, who is 23, my daughter 21, my cousin's daughter is 16, and a 10-year-old, her sister's niece is 10. So it was wonderful. It was a lovely dinner. We cooked together. We watched some movies, had a fire going, and it was just a really nice family time. And same for Christmas Day. And I spent time here in the morning with the family, just us, opening presents, and which we don't do too much. You know, we're really pared down in the last few years financially. We're really have been really difficult for us, but also, so you know, and the kids are older, so we did pare down the whole gift giving crazy stuff. I tend to like try not to get caught up in all that. Don't go do much shopping. Don't go to the malls and all that. But you know, we had a few little things, and I of course make gifts for my family because they are all very knitworthy and appreciate my hand knits. So we did a little of that, and then spent the day over there at their house, my cousin's house, and it was lovely, lovely family time. Friday we went to see The Hobbit. I was going to talk a little bit about that. Maybe I will in a few minutes. And Saturday was really special. My friend planned this afternoon tea at this place called the Tea House in Albuquerque. I think that's the name of it. I was going to bring the tea that I bought there, but I forgot. And we had a real afternoon tea time. It's wonderful. They have areas, little parlor areas cordoned off, and you have your own little private section, and they serve you different kinds of teas and wonderful little hors d'oeuvres and sweets and things, and big trays of things come out, and you get to sample all these things. And the theme for this was A Christmas Carol, and they had like figgy pudding, and they had beef Wellington, little beef Wellington hors d'oeuvres, and rugula, and it was wonderful. The teas were delicious, and we got to wear fancy little hats because they dress up stuff, so you can dress up if you want. So we all put on our hats and, you know, held our teacup with our pinky out, and it was so much fun. We just had such a blast. It was all the girls, the women, the moms, and then the daughters. There were, as I said, three age groups. My daughter's was the oldest, 21, 16, and 10, and it was so much fun to be all together and enjoy that. And we're all really big tea drinkers, and it was great. So that was then. What else did we do? That was sad. Sunday went to Santa Fe, which was lovely, all decorated for Christmas. We had driven through there. We've been up to the top of the mountain there, which I had talked about, I think, on another video. Took some pictures because the time we went there was actually snow. There was no snow there this time. But, well, yeah, there was a little snow. I shouldn't say that. It was cold. Again, it was cold that whole week. But it was fun. It's all decorated beautifully, and charming little town of Santa Fe. The shops were lovely. There was a little crafts fair going on in the town square, so that was just great. And so we had a really nice time that was Sunday. And then Monday was my daughter was leaving really early on Tuesday, so Monday was her last day. We wanted to kind of take her to another really beautiful spot that's one of our favorites here that we discovered, which is the top of Sandia Mountain. It's called Sandia Crest. And that was an adventure in itself. So let's see. Where we live, there's a back way through a town called Placitas, and you can go up the mountain through the back roads, and it's like 5,000 feet higher elevation than where we are, which is it's about a 10,000 foot elevation. And it's not a great road. It is back road through the mountains. It's rough. There's patches, but it's a road. But it's narrow and it's windy. We did it back, I think, in maybe the beginning of October, or yeah, maybe sometime in October. I can't remember exactly. But we went. My son and my husband and I went on it before, and we loved it. It was a beautiful ride. But this time is a little different because we're in the middle of the winter here, and there is a sign. It does say there's no winter maintenance, and that you are basically traveling at your own risk because there's no maintenance. So, okay, no big deal. It was rough. We knew that. As we're going on the road, a little bit of snow, not a lot. Get higher up, a little bit more snow, more snow. Then it starts getting like packed and icy. And we're kind of freaking out a little. My husband's a really, really good driver. He's driven many years. He drove a truck for a long time. He can drive any kind of equipment. He is not afraid of weather, not afraid of driving in the snow and ice. It was getting a little slick. He's, kind of reassured us and said if he felt like he couldn't go on, he would definitely turn around. And lo and behold, we got to a certain point, and He said, no, I'm going to look for a spot to turn around. And we had to go a little bit longer. We finally found a great spot, lots of room. He turned it around. We were all like, phew, okay, we can go back. We get back around to another turn, and there's a pickup truck stuck in a ditch, but in such a way that we couldn't get around him. My husband's a real good Samaritan. I have to say, he wants to help and will help out people all the time. And so he got out, and sure enough, these people were really stuck. So they had a chain. We pulled them out. My husband, I'm sitting in the truck. I'm not doing much of anything. So he pulled them out, and we thought we were good. And they couldn't turn it around, so he actually got in the truck, turned it around, sort of backed it down. I have to say, he like backed it down this turn of this mountain, and slipping and sliding all the way. We were in our truck like freaking out. I was kind of freaking out because I was imagining the worst. But he did a great job, and he got it all turned around for them, and got in it. They got in it, and we kind of followed behind them for a while because we really couldn't get by them. And then we got to a certain point where we were able to pull over a little bit, and we were able to go around them. And we kind of went on our way, but we went slowly, and we kept checking in the rearview mirror to make sure that they were going to come behind us. And lo and behold, I don't know how long, finally, we went for a bit, and they were not following. And my husband's like, no, he was not having any of that. So he found, sort of a safe-ish place to pull off over a little bit, and he started, hoofing it back up the road to see if he could find them. And we were like, oh God. In the meantime, we hadn't seen any traffic though, just us and this other truck for a really long time. And all of a sudden there was another pickup truck that passed us going, the other way up, back, the way we had just come. And we're like, oh, and he didn't stop to see what was going on, why we were pulled over. There was obviously no driver because we were still sitting in the nothing. He just kept going on his way. I was like, oh, lovely. So lo and behold, a few minutes later, I'm thinking, great, this guy will pick my husband up, bring him to that. Maybe they can work something out and figure out how to help these people. My husband comes walking back a few minutes later and says, nope, guy never stopped. Just kind of tried to wave him down. He didn't even blink an eye and just kept going. So, and my husband said he'd walked about a half a mile, and they probably got stuck right where we left them. So we didn't know what to do, and we were obviously not going to turn around and go back. So my husband was not happy. We were not happy. We drove back down the mountain. We got back to the town where the roads were good, and there was no more ice, and we stopped at the post office, and we basically told them what happened, and that they called the sheriff for us, and they were going to send somebody out to look for these people. So at least I hope that they were taken care of. We never did really find out, but I'm hopeful that they were okay. So that was our big adventure. We did go back through and went up the longer way, but the more safe way. So we actually did make it up to the top of Sandia Crest. It was beautiful. It was cold and windy and lots of snow. And it was kind of cool because you go up this mountain road and there's lots of areas with little hills, and everybody's pulled off sledding. So that was kind of cool. And then that night we went to see Into the Woods. I love the music. I've never seen the show, but I love the music for it. And of course the cast is an amazing cast. I'm not so sure how well it translates from stage to screen. That's really a tough thing with musicals. If any of you are musical fans out there, I am. Sometimes it works really okay and sometimes not. And because I haven't seen the theater live version, I don't have that to compare to, but there were moments that I were kind of like, eh. The performances individually were wonderful. Meryl Streep is an amazing, amazing actress, and she just did a fabulous job, and I loved her performance, and she's one of my all-time favorite actresses. I think she's one of the best actresses of this world, and of this time, of our time period, my generation. She's just wonderful. My daughter is a theater major, and she's very much into theater, and she also, Meryl Streep is one of her idols. So in that way, I enjoyed it for that, but it was okay. I haven't read any reviews, so I don't know, but I heard beforehand how it was supposed to be touted as so wonderful, and it was good, and I know it's up for awards and all that. The other movie was The Hobbit that we saw, which I briefly mentioned. Okay, so we're big geeks, nerds, I don't know, whatever you want to call it here. We love Harry Potter, we love Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, the whole, J.R.R. Tolkien trilogy, and The Hobbit, and loved all the movies so far. Loved The Three Rings, the whole trilogy. Loved Lord of the Rings trilogy, sorry. Loved the first two Hobbit movies. They could have done it in 2 movies, my opinion. There was so much battle scenes in this last movie to me that was just filler to make the movie long enough to justify having a 3rd movie. It was not out of the 3 my favorite. It was okay. I loved the first 2. So anyway, that's my opinion. That's all I'm going to say on the subject. All right, so my daughter left Tuesday morning before New Year's Eve, right? Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, and it was a very sad goodbye, but I love her, and I was sad to see her go. We had a great week. She had an early flight. That was a whole other story, and I'm not going to get into it, but it was an early flight. We didn't get to the airport early enough. Check-in bag troubles, too much shampoo bottles. So we should have gotten there earlier. I'll say that. She did get on a flight. It was fine. She got home safely, and she's good. I wasn't so good. Came back like I said, early flight. Got back here about 7 in the morning, and from Tuesday morning until, oh my God, I don't even know, maybe Friday, I was sick in bed pretty much the whole time. New Year's Eve, I think I got out of bed for an hour. It was awful. I got the flu. It sucked. It sucked. Okay. Slept whole New Year's Eve away, whole New Year's Day away. I think I posted one picture on Instagram how I was trying to knit and have some tea. And that was really, I think, right before I got the gist of it. Okay, so was that. Didn't really feel 100%. Maybe yesterday was the first day I actually went out, felt like a human being. And in between, I was sick 2 days. My son got it. He got sick, and then 2 days ago, my husband. I'm better, my son's just about there, and my husband's right in the middle of it. So we're having lots of fun. Okay, it's not so much fun being in a camper when 3 of you are sick. I love my camper. I love this lifestyle so far, but boy, it's a challenge. Okay, so that's all the news. I went way on for much longer than I thought. I hope you guys are still sticking with me. I'm going to go into the crafty stuff now, okay? I hope you're still there. So, what do I have? I do have a finished object, just one. Like I said, I did a lot of stuff before the holidays. I didn't do a lot of knitting over the holidays, a few little things, but we were busy and I wasn't home a lot to just sit and knit. I did take my knitting with me everywhere, but I did finish, and I did post a picture, I think, on pretty much on Instagram. I also try to keep my Ravelry project pages updated. This is the Old Flames scarf. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I love her patterns. I don't have her name. I'm so sorry. I should have written it down. I love this. It needs to be blocked. It's curling a little bit more than I like it to. I can put it on just to show you. It still has ends because I didn't block it yet, and I want to do that, and then I'll do the ends. But anyway, it is made with Misty alpaca, which is a baby alpaca, and it's just soft and beautiful and squishy, and it's the copper penny colorway. It's a very, I don't know if you can see it, it's a tonal, orangey, rusty color, and it's beautiful, and it's soft, and I love it. Okay, it has to be blocked. It's scrolling. That's my finished object. Works in progress. Okay, I still have my bag that I'm working on. I don't think I did any more on it. I'll just show it really quick. It's my bag. It's going to be felted. I'm using Northampton from Webb's as the wool, and then I'm using this homespun as sort of a funky kind of non-felty in between in a slip stitch pattern, and I'm not sure how it's going to come out, and I'll show you when I finally finish it and felt it. But that's that. What else? Okay, this is also an ongoing. You guys have seen this before. My hubby's socks are so patient and loving. When are my socks going to be ready? He only asked me that once, which I thought was pretty good. So here you go. Okay, I've got 2. This is my way right now of doing 2 at a time socks. I got to a certain point on the first one. I needed to figure out if it was the right length, so I can cast before I did the afterthought heel, which is what I'm doing on these. And there you go. And that's the other one. And I'm ready to put the heel, place heel marker thing in here, and I'm almost ready to do the one on there. And this I'm doing out of, let's see, it's Croy's pens. Peyton's Croy, and I love this socks yarn actually, and it's in the gray marble colorway, and it's really pretty. Love it. It's browns and grays and like a orangey color, and I'm doing these on my Chai Goo ones that I got it Tuesday morning, and the other one is on my Chinese ones that I got from eBay, also size 1. Right now it seems like size 1 are my, and I'm doing magic loop. So, okay, no fish lips heel kiss on these. I was gonna, but then I just wanted to get them done. I'm gonna do that next. I really am. I know I've said that before, but I'm really gonna try. Okay, so that's my socks. I'm still using my Hanukkah bag. I know I should probably, but anyway. Okay, this, believe it or not, is a swatch that I'm swatching for my $5 in Paris sweater, which I'm finally going to start. Thanks to Emily from crochet.net. Hi, I don't know if you're watching, but you inspired me because you talked about working on your sweater again, and I think you posted on Instagram maybe, I don't know. I'm working on it. Now it calls for size 8s and 7 stitches to the inch on size 8s. Okay, I'm a loose knitter. I've never been able to get that many stitches. I usually get like 5, 6 maybe. I went down to a size 6 to swatch because I'm thinking that's where my gauge is going to be. But I'll let you know because this is as far as I got. And it's my first swatch. Really, I've swatched a little bit, but I'm going to actually do a whole real swatch. I'm going to do up a certain amount, probably 4 inches worth. I did 30 stitches. I'm going to take it off the needles when it's done. I'm going to block it, and then I'm going to count my stitches because this is my first sweater, and I want it to fit right. I also have to readjust the pattern because the pattern only goes up to a large, and I'm a little bit of a large woman. I'm probably going to have to add. I haven't figured that out yet, how I'm going to modify it, but I'm probably going to have to do that, so I'm going to work on that. And I'll keep you informed because I'm not really sure how that's going to work. Okay, the other working project is something that I saw because of Sarah Hepworth. Hi Sarah, I don't know if you watch my videos, but you inspired me. She's doing the 2015 blanket along with Brownie Knits, and I just subscribed to Brownie Knits channel. Hi. And she's doing a square a month, and I really want to use up my scrap yarn, or stash yarn. So I thought that would be a great thing. It's just one block a month, and I think I can handle that. I'm notorious for starting knit-alongs and then I don't, follow through. But one thing a month, and I think this is the only knit-along right now that I'm going to do. I say that now, we'll see. So anyway, I'm just using, I think this is just Super Saver Red Heart. It's the teal, real teal, I think. It's one of my favorite colors from Red Heart, from the Super Saver. And I've only gotten this much done. I mean, I cast it on and I got like 2 rows knit. That's it. That's my last work in progress. Okay, so that's it. So what else? Okay, everybody's doing the goals of 2014 and goals for 2015, and I did look over my goals because I did write some things down. In 2014, I wanted to make a poncho. I made 2. Did I make 2? I did. I think I made 2 in 2014. I know I just finished one recently. I think the other one I made was also during 2014. I wanted to work on a scrap blanket. I did start one. It's the stripy blanket. It's been hibernating. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with it. Wanted to make a sweater and a cardigan. Did not get to do that. Shawl. I did make a number of shawls. I also wanted to do 14 pairs of socks, and 14, I think I got 3. 3, I think. Okay, so I did some. Oh, and I wanted to do the hitchhiker, which I did. So I did actually accomplish some of my goals. So my goals for 2015. I'm trying to keep it simple, but then I started writing them down, and it's like they just kept growing, so I don't know. But I'm going to make a sweater. I started it. I'm working on it. I want to make a cardigan. I wrote it down, so that's why I'm glancing over here. I also have yarn, more homespun yarn, which is that, I've talked about that before. And I think I want to make another poncho out of it. I think I have the same colorway that I made that prayer shawl for my aunt. The Lala Simple shawl I made. I love the way it came out. I love the striping. I think I'm going to use that to make another ponchos. Ponchos seem to be really good in this kind of climate because, it's cool at night. Maybe some days are colder. You may need a jacket, but otherwise it really works. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay. I want to learn how to spin on a spindle. I'd love to do a spinning wheel, but it's very expensive. I'm not going to get a spinning wheel. We also have limited space. Spinning wheel, I know they're small and more compact now, but finances are really a big thing. But I do want to learn how to spin. I watch all you people out there who spin, and I love watching your videos on it, and I just think it would be fun. So I'm going to see, there's a shop here in Albuquerque. that we're going to go to, and I'm hoping about being able to do spindle spinning. I'll get back to you on that. What else? And the last thing, which sort of leads into this next part, is that I want to make more socks. So I know some of you have, hi, neighbors driving by. I know some of you have done this and are doing this because I've seen it, and Sarah did it last year, and it just inspired me to do this, a personal sock club. So that being said, I've showed you my socks yarn that I started ordering to get it together, and I've actually started putting things away. I'm a week behind because I got sick. I wanted to have all this done by New Year's, but oh well, no rush. It'll be what it'll be. Okay, you may recognize these boxes. They're from the post office. They're free. I don't know if you're just supposed to take them if you're not mailing anything, but I did. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay. In here, so far, the socks, I have to show you my new sock yarns that I got, but these were the old ones I'd already showed. So I put them in boxes, and I've got them all wrapped up like little presents. And once a month, I didn't label them by month because I'm not even sure I'm going to do it once a month because I don't want to put that pressure on myself. Sometimes it takes me a lot longer to knit stuff, and I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to wait till I finish my husband's socks, which I'm hoping to get done in the next week or two. Definitely before this month is over, I will definitely be done with those. And then I'm going to just pick another box, and I get to open it, and I might even do it on camera. What do you think? If that's something you think you guys would like me to do, I think I might do it that way. But comment down below and let me know if you think that'd be fun. So I have right now 7 of these so far, and I've got more yarn, which I'm going to show you next. So that's my personal sock club right there. And that's the way I'm hoping that I'll get to knit more. Okay, so I'm going to show you some stash enhancements now, because I've said this before, and some of you, we've been having some conversations about this. I'm now officially on a yarn mailing ban. Okay, I am having a little bit of withdrawal. Okay, I'll admit it. Hi, my name is Lisa, and I'm a yarnaholic. Okay, I know it. I'm addicted. I admit it fully, but I am going to try to not buy any more yarn for at least 6 months. I've given myself till July, and then we'll see how it goes after that. If I'm good and I have projects with yarn I can use and I'm not feeling too much of the withdrawal, I may keep going, but that's right now until July. So that being said, I had to get a lot of yarn before the holidays. I did, because, you know, if I didn't get it, I wouldn't be able to buy it after. Of course, my being sick right before New Year's messed everything up because I couldn't shop those 2 days, but I did a lot before then. I'm going to show you what I got. The first thing I'm just going to show, I'm just going to hold up the bag because it's my Wool-like. Erin, you'll appreciate this. Give me yarn 418, Erin, because we've been talking about Wool-like, and she's got a bunch of Wool-like. Okay, this is my Wool-like collection. Okay, I now have every color except one. And that's a long story, and I'm not going into it, but sometimes I hate Michaels because they won't let you use all your coupons, which sucks. But I think it's either the gray or the one of the grays. I think it's the lighter one, which is probably gray. I think I have charcoal. It doesn't matter. I'm good. I'm good. I have a lot. See? Lots of Wool-like. I don't know if you can see it through the bag. I'm not going to show you every color. I have, and I love it. It's pretty and it's soft. Hi. So that's that. Now, sorry, I'm a little distracted because one of the maintenance guys is walking by. All right, I did go to our local yarn store called Lavender Lamb here in Corrales. She's going out of business, and I did get some yarn there. And this is called Bamboo Pop. I don't know if the colors are coming out really well or not, but it's 50% cotton, 50% bamboo. And is there a colorway on here? It's Happy Birdie is the colorway, and I got 2 skeins of that, and it was 30% off. And I love it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but you know how that goes. And then I ordered on Joann's. My last purchase was Joann's. May get a little noisy here because I think he's pulling out some equipment, so I'm sorry if it does. Okay, so I went on Joann's. I only ordered stuff from Joann's that I couldn't get in the store, and I got, this is called the Wool-Free Lace from Premier Yarns. I got 1 skein in Sea Sunset. See that? Okay, so bear with me, folks. I don't think it'll be too long, but it's going to be noisy for a minute or two. I may stop this and then start it and then try to edit it together. So here we go. I hope this works. I don't know I'm back. I hope I can edit this together. And I was talking about the wool-free lace from Premier Yarns, and I got two. I got one in, I think I said the Seaside. Oh my gosh, what's this one? This one is the Sea Sunset. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really pretty. It's got gray and pink and blue, and it's very sparkly. And this is also sparkly, and it is in the Berry Smash. And it's a fingering weight, or a light, super fine, so it's a lace weight. And it has, oh gosh, I think it's on this one that I can actually look and see the yardage. 448 yards per skein. So definitely going to do shawls out of these. Haven't picked patterns out yet, but that's coming up. Okay, now, oops, sorry, it dropped. Sorry, I had a camera there. Okay, so the last thing I got was more sock yarn. And this is the last of my sock yarn that I'm buying. Well, I'll tell you more about something else too that's coming up. Okay, so I got more of the wool free that I'd shown you before, only I got this. This is the Farm Stand colorway. This is the Segura, no, this is the Grand Canyon, I think. No, let me see. I'll let you know. Grand Canyon? Nope, this is the Segura colorway. And this is the Grand Canyon colorway. So this is the Grand Canyon colorway. This is the Segura. And that's the Segura. And then last but not least, I decided to try the Red Heart and Soul with Aloe. And this is in the Blackjack colorway. Okay, so that's that. That's all my sock yarn. That's it. I'm done. I'm not buying any more yarn, but I was given some money from my hubby for Christmas. He wanted to give me a gift certificate at the knitting store here that I just told you about, but because she's going out of business, she wouldn't do that. So he just gave me a check, and instead of buying yarn, I decided to start the Yarn Box sock yarn subscription. So I did. I signed up for that, and I'm so excited. The first one will be here in February, and I'm hoping I'll do an unboxing. Okay, I went on longer than I wanted to, so I'm just about done. I hope everybody's having a wonderful new year. I hope you are all well, and happy crafting.